Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Dudes and One Cast. This is episode 11. Hell yeah, double digits plus one.
Woo-woo.
As always, I am the majestic Jake Monster and my adorable elfish co-host.
Hello, I'm Paul.
I said elfish, not Asian. And we actually have a guest with us today.
Yeah, hell yeah we do.
Hey, how's it going?
So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm a man of many names. Go by Hole, Dent. Real name's Jeff, if you want to call me that.
Yeah, we'll go with Jeff for today.
I like Hole though.
Hole.
I like Hole.
It's not what you think.
He got that nickname from his cellmate. So
It's funny, he doesn't know. Now that I just thought about that.
Tell him.
why not? No.
Maybe at some point.
All right. Well, so this is our third guest host.
Yeah.
Second since we started our formula.
Yeah.
So rather than two topics apiece, we'll do one each since there is three of us, and we all have a very special would you rather. Special as in it's still a would you rather from each of us.
True.
Yeah, so I guess to start it off, we'll have our guest go ahead with his would you rather.
Oh, we
Or
started
not
with
would
the
you rather, sorry, not would you rather, the topic.
Topic.
We've been hitting the sauce a little early
Are
tonight,
you
folks.
kidding, dude? I had
Would you
two-
rather do a topic or would you rather?
I had 2 beers, okay?
So he's drunk, obviously.
Yeah, you know me. I'm wearing my sports and alcohol t-shirt. I should show my alcoholism.
And by that he means he's wearing a jersey and it's just soaked in alcohol.
See, last time I was doing stuff like this, I wasn't allowed to drink while we were on the air, so this is a whole different ballgame.
2018, baby.
Yeah. Ushering in a new phase. Radio hosts should be allowed to drink on the job.
Amen.
That's
That's what America was built
definitely,
on.
that would be some interesting nights driving home and the dude just sitting there and he's like, you know,
Do we have to
I
limit
got
it?
some things to say.
Do we have to stop it at radio host? Can't we just do it at our regular job?
Yeah.
I stopped there. All right,
Let
so
me fucking tell you, boss, about these reports.
all right, so started off. Sounds like Hefe over here brought in a pretty heavy topic to start with, but I guess I did tackle the LGBTQ community last week, so
Yeah.
everything's on the table now. Let's go ahead with you, buddy.
Well, I know a lot of people probably know that Oprah's thinking about running for president now, and I just feel like we need to start getting better regulations or whatever on who's running for president. I'm like, maybe they should hold office in like the Senate or a governor for at least, I don't know, maybe 4 years so they have some experience, know what they're doing. Because I feel like the experiment we're doing right now isn't working out too well for a lot of the people in our country. And I feel like if Oprah wins or runs, she's just going to make Donald Trump get elected again anyways.
Well, here's a just to play devil's advocate. I'll present you with an argument. You know, Ronald Reagan was actually an actor,
He was.
and I mean, as far as presidents go, I don't think he butchered things too badly. I mean, he introduced his whole Reaganomics thing.
He
but
also introduced the war on drugs, which a lot of people feel is a huge mistake and has really destroyed the poor community, I guess, in our country.
yeah, well, I mean, what's America unless you kick poor people while they're down?
I think to kind of go off that, like I'll take it one step further. I think we need to abolish the entire presidency. I think it's insane that we have one person in charge of 350 million people. I like the idea more of like a panel.
Well, I mean, there's the checks and balances system to regulate it. I mean,
what the Senate's supposed to be there for.
well, I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's not like they're just gonna be like, yeah, I guess he can nuke everyone.
Right.
I hope.
We're getting close to finding out, right?
But
You don't know if he
I
has an actual button or not.
Yeah. It's a nice big button though.
well, as far as I know, it's like he gets like one half of the launch codes, and someone else has like the other half.
Right.
Or there is a regulation employed that will check and balance his power. As far as the Senate, though,
Fuck
those
assholes.
guys. Yeah, seriously, I'm not even mad about the president right now. It's the Senate. It's always been the fucking Senate. They're like, hey,
Well,
They're like, we need to initiate a vote. Should we get a pay raise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, the motion passes.
they got a guy in that they could easily manipulate and do whatever they want with too. So, is the president really even matter right now, or is it just them like
Yeah, well,
getting whatever they want because
It's the
they're
people who actually
Republicans?
pass the laws, like basically what you're saying. Yeah, and I think too, like to go on that, senators need term limits. Like, what the fuck are these guys doing in Senate for 40 years? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what a normal person goes through. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Maybe lower
simulating
that.
jerking
Is
off
there an
here.
age requirement on being in the Senate?
So
I think so.
35, I think.
Same
Yeah.
as president? Like,
Yeah.
maybe we should start thinking about lowering that too. Let some like younger people get in there and start
Fucking
changing our
16-year-old
country.
senator.
Just
through
not
the-
Logan Paul.
Going through their emo phase. They're just like, I think, yeah, just flips their hair. I think.
What is an emo kid in 2018?
Oh boy, that is a fucking riddle of riddles, isn't it?
'Cause I
Just a
remember-
teenager. Right?
I know you don't want to get them confused with goth kids.
Oh no?
No, I think goth people get offended if you call them emo.
Yeah.
Well,
They're,
so
like,
that
they're
makes
so
sense.
non-conformist that they conform to their own bias.
I think
Probably
it's like
one of my
goth people
favorites.
worry about what's wrong with society and the world, where emo people only just whine about themselves.
Mm.
That makes sense.
So, teenagers.
Yeah, they're real deep.
I like how they have a dress code.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, guys, fight the power. You have to wear this
Yes.
with a lot of eyeshadow.
Yeah. It's basically like Pete Wentz.
Yeah, you have to look like Pete Wentz.
Just go real heavy on the eyeliner.
Or it's just like anything out of a Marilyn Manson music video or the Underworld series.
If you look at Marilyn Manson now, that's what our senators would look like if they had to do that right now. 'Cause, I mean, he's getting pretty up there. in age.
Yeah.
That dude
Oh,
is
man.
horrifying. Just absolutely terrible to look at.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, he's a douchebag too, so there's that. Maybe that's why I hate him so much. You ever just have those people in your life where you look at them and you're just like, we'll never be friends?
Sometimes it's in the mirror, but
Yeah. Just like, I hate you so fucking much.
I said that about
John.
Paul when I first met him, but then he just kept following me around.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I just look and I'm just like, fuck you. Nobody loves you. Nobody will. Especially not me. I hate you. And like Paul's like, hey Jake,
yeah.
just like get out of the bathroom, dude. You're creeping me out.
I'm like, that's a long shower beer, man.
It starts with me yelling and then I'm crying.
Yeah.
And he's curled up at the end of the bed like his
Yeah.
dog.
Okay, yeah. So as far as your regulations and everything, you'd lower the age requirement.
I'd say we could lower the age requirement, start requiring them to have some, office experience in
Well,
politics.
What age would you say?
I would say maybe as low as 25.
Okay.
That'd be kind of reasonable.
That's fair, but I mean,
I think anything under that is a little extreme, but I think 25 is okay.
well, the other thing you gotta take into account is if you're saying it's okay to do it at 25, and they need 4 years of experience in politics or office or whatever,
I mean,
you're talking this 21-year-old who probably doesn't have the necessary life experiences to, not be influenced very easily.
I think that's a fair point. But I think really the age requirement's more for like the Senate, if that's it. The presidency, I mean, you're still gonna. I don't think you should just really not even have your age requirement. Just so you got that experience and you know what you're doing, then go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree as far as the presidency goes, because, I mean, for one, you're the face of America. I mean, when people think America, they're going to be like, who's their president? Oh, it's Paul, Be like, wow, he looks kind of frail,
Like, look at Canada. That guy was like all young and hip, and everyone loves him.
Was it
Trudeau?
Trudeau? Yeah.
True.
Yeah. He's a badass.
Unfortunately, the only celebrity in our country that would be able to, I think, make a difference as president is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he can't run because he wasn't born in America.
Why do you think he could
I mean,
make
he
a
has a
difference?
lot of experience in government. He was governor of California. A lot of people seem to think he did a pretty good job over there. I mean, I didn't live over there, so I can't really say
I was gonna
personally.
say, like, I
I
don't
just
know,
say he's
man.
the one person with the celebrity with experience that can't run, but all these other ones.
I mean, it's not even about experience at this point. It's just about popularity. It is literally it is America's popularity contest now. Clearly.
Yep. And we have a popular guy run.
Without going too much into it, because I'd rather not go down the Trump road.
Yeah.
He had like zero political experience, but he was more popular.
He was louder.
Not really. I mean, he was more popular than other Republican candidates, but he lost the popular vote, right?
He did lose the popular vote by like 3 million.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, it goes to show that people don't really care about your experience in politics. So I guess, having a requirement that could go to show, that could, like, putting them in a smaller position to start, a little bit of responsibility rather than leader of the free world.
It also brings up the point if voters should, like, have to take some sort of test that they know what they're voting on, at least. If they're actually educated
no,
or
that's
not,
that gets that you're getting.
It gets very.
That's getting kind of in a gray area in that, like.
Well, how much voter fraud do we have too? Like how many?
Well, there's voter fraud, but the other thing is, a lot of people went in voting thinking that one thing was going to be delivered, like the wall.
Right.
They're like, he's going to give us a wall. A lot of people stood behind that. They were pretty adamant about wanting a wall. Whatever, or something else, cracking down on immigration, which, that's something that needs to be looked at as far as regulation goes, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not really fair to say that, people need to be screened on whether or not they know what's going to happen, because nobody really fucking knows whether or not someone's going to keep their word, because it's just words.
Maybe just like on what their candidates' positions are they're voting for, so at least they know they're voting for it, or like they know what they're getting
Okay,
into.
that's fair. Yeah, I agree in the aspect of the people who don't really keep up on it. They just, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat.
Right. I like the idea too of like capped campaigning. So like everybody,
just a monetary value that's
everybody has like 10 or whatever, the like 5 million, 10, like whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You've got $10 million, so nobody's spending like the billions of dollars that are getting spent.
Get rid of the lobbyists.
You want to know what I think should happen?
I would love to know what you think.
The whole party system needs to go.
Right.
There needs to be a complete overhaul. Like when America was founded, they weren't just like, all right, so whenever there's an election, we're going to have two parties. Right. Republicans and Democrats.
That's why I like the panel. Like, I don't like this one person doing all the shit.
It just seems weird how we came to a point where you can only have two opinions on everything in this country.
And that's why I'm saying the whole party system needs to go. The really unfortunate part about our most recent election is that the independent candidate actually had a puncher's chance, but apparently they decided to be represented by some sort of stupid monstrosity who had no idea what was going on and was probably on all of the drugs.
The independent candidate usually causes the election for one of the parties too, like Al Gore, wasn't it? Was it Nader that pretty much took all his votes that would have got in the way?
Yes.
Nader, yeah. Yeah, he ran for a few. Like, he had his hat in quite a bit. But no, I definitely think the party system is just needs either an overhaul or just complete abolishment. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that people literally will just cast their vote, like you were saying, based on what side of the spectrum their party is or their candidate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're a fucking just, you're going gung-ho on this person that you may or may not know anything about just because they say that they have relatively similar political beliefs.
I mean, a lot of your parents have a lot of influence on that too. I know my parents were always Republicans, and like growing up, that's all I knew. So I was always just taught, oh yeah, just always go Republican. And it wasn't until I like got out of college that I started, thinking for myself and like, why would I vote for Republicans? They never want to help me. I'm part of that poor class.
Well, I mean, it's one of those. It's kind of like people have these set mindsets or whatever about what each party represents, and to a lot of people, Democrats they're the ones who want to take away their guns and let gay people have sex in front of them, and Republicans are the ones who want to make the rich man rich and the poor man poor, and keep all them fags and queers and stuff out of my neighborhood. it's, I know plenty of people with political views that wouldn't make sense when you actually get talking to them about stuff. Like, my dad is generally very Republican, but he has black friends, he has gay friends, he's one of the nicest fucking guys you'll ever meet, give you the shirt off his back, and also, he's not rich. I will say that right now.
At least not that you know of, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen any of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, either he's waiting on that pension check or, so. But, it's, the party system's just absolutely atrocious, and after our most recent election, there does need to be some sort of system overhaul to kind of just figure something out. There needs to be something new, something thrown in.
We're obviously not going to figure it out, but someone smarter than us,
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, someone smarter than. Doesn't take much.
But somebody.
Yeah. So, is that all you really had on your
I believe so, yeah.
rock and roll? All right, Paul.
So I'm gonna go just real, probably a short little quickie here, talking about some.
Like your sex life.
Yeah, exactly. Two pump. Some older movies that were, based on future, and if we're either past that point or almost to that point, do we have these things?
Okay, so ideas. So movies that predicted the future.
Like we still don't have hover skateboards.
Right, exactly. So
okay, the number one that everyone would know would be Back to Future with the self-lacing shoes and the hoverboards and stuff.
Right.
Because the future for them was what, 2015? 2016?
2016. Or no, 2013. Yep. That's
2013.
That's where they went.
Holy shit.
And they had obviously the hoverboards and the self-lacing shoes.
I was
There's
a
only
fan of the
one pair.
microwaves that you pressed a button and your meal just fucking
Yeah.
poofed into existence in there.
Still don't have that.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Still don't have
And the
time
hoverboard
machines.
we don't have, obviously. I mean,
We have-
Lexus did
what
their,
are those, we have those
whatever.
weird hoverboard things, but they're not real hoverboards.
Like the
Yeah.
fucking...
The ones that set everything on fire and you can't take on planes.
Oh, so ISIS did contribute something to society.
And then, also Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner with Harrison Ford.
Okay, so I haven't seen that movie.
Okay. Awesome old, classic
I think it's
action
boring.
movie.
I don't like it. People are going to hate me, but I don't care.
That's alright.
Yeah, it's
I already
fine.
made that decision a while ago.
And so Blade Runner, the original was based in 2019.
No shit.
So in their 2019, they had flying cars, laser guns, and people that were integrated with cyborgs, basically.
Okay.
A lot can happen in a year, Paul.
Yeah. So we don't have flying cars. We don't have laser guns that effectively work.
Actually, there are flying cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're in testing phase. So.
Mass using.
Yeah, and also it's being developed in some Belgium or some place I definitely trust to develop a flying car.
We do have self-driving cars, which is something I never really thought we'd see. It's still just kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
Crazy stuff. I wouldn't know anything about it.
And it was just crazy to me, all these old movies predicting this is the future and what it's gonna be, and we're here, and it's no.
I mean,
We don't have this stuff.
It may not seem like much because it's we've experienced it in small scale get bigger, but
Right.
100 years ago or whatever, fucking 1918, they didn't have any fucking idea we have internet. We can talk to people across the world
I mean,
with a little fucking box.
we got into space pretty quick, too, in a short amount of time.
Yeah, we've been to the fucking moon, allegedly.
But never back since.
But seriously though, I mean, if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, I mean, go back to the discovery of the fucking Americas or whatever. They had fucking flintlock pistols and shit, and they fucking sailed across the ocean and had no idea where the fuck they were going.
Right.
Thought they landed in India because they didn't know that there was another fucking continent.
Right.
You know, and now we have digital satellite mapping and shit. We can see the entire fucking world.
Right.
We can
So
see like really far outside our solar system now too.
Yeah, which is incredible.
yeah, and instead of fucking busting out a machete and hacking our way through the goddamn wilderness trying to cross the country, we can just hop in our car and take the freeway.
You got dysentery and died.
Yeah, you have died of dysentery. Like the world was fucking Oregon
I
Trail.
should make a new one where it's like you ran out of gas and died of starvation.
Your battery is dead.
Yeah,
Going-
you lost the Wi-Fi.
You went insane because
Yeah.
your phone
You
died.
couldn't get on social media for
Yeah.
3 days. Everyone forgot about you.
You didn't have a McDouble in a day and a half, so you died.
Yeah.
You didn't get 12 hours of sleep, so you couldn't function. Just like all the millennial mode.
Got to the age of 30 without getting diabetes. You win.
You are morbidly obese. Welcome to America.
You were a virgin at 22, dead.
Yeah, your friends called you gay. This changes nothing.
Inactivate unicorn mode.
Alright, so was there any other like movies that had like cool shit?
I mean, there's a ton of them that had cool ones. The Back to the Future Part 2 was the one, because it was the most close to our timeline,
Yeah.
as well as Blade Runner was like the closest to our
When did
timeline.
the Alien movies take place? Is that a lot farther?
I don't know what the timeline was for the new Alien movies.
The new Alien movies?
I mean, just
I
any
mean,
of them
Alien.
in general,
Oh,
how
I
close
was
they are
like-
to our time.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, not very, but I don't think they ever really designate a year.
I don't remember
Uh-oh.
if they
They're
did.
not consulting the
We'll have to check it.
Google, asking our invisible friend. But as far as technology in movies, like all the shit you've seen, all the futuristic stuff, if you could have one of those things, Paul,
Ooh.
what would it be? I'll ask you the same question, Jeff.
I wasn't listening, I'm sorry.
And that wonderful guest host not listening. So if you could have one of the technological advancements you've seen in a futuristic movie, what would it be?
Ooh.
I'll just keep talking so that people don't think that we just ended the cast right here.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah? I mean,
I would probably say like from the Jetsons, how you just get out of bed and get on the treadmill and it gets you all ready for you and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
Oh,
anything.
nice.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. I like that.
'Cause I hate getting ready for work in the morning.
Yeah.
I like the flying cars. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty sick.
Flying cars?
Yeah.
Think they'll still be self-driving?
I think they would have to be at that point.
Yeah, otherwise you'd need to spend, $250,000 on a pilot's license.
Right. And there's just too many dumb people.
Every time I think of flying cars, I think of the Fifth Element and just how there's no way that could ever happen with how traffic flew in that movie without anyone crashing into each
Right,
other.
exactly.
If we're going flying cars, dude, why not just straight Star Trek that motherfucker? Beam my ass up. Like, seriously, teleportation.
Yeah, see, that's way better.
You
Flying
want to
cars.
talk about saved time? Teleporting everywhere.
I just don't want to be the first couple.
What's that, Michigan? We got 3 feet of snow overnight? Don't care.
Imagine being at work. and
Teleporter
just
still works.
Teleporting home for your 15-minute break, not having to like sit in your warm ass break room.
It's true.
I mean, so, personally, you can take your flying cars. I'll have the teleporter.
I like it.
I mean, that is very neck and neck with that microwave from Back to the Future that just spontaneously creates dinner.
Well, you gotta
'Cause,
do-
I mean, I am just an awful cook.
Just set that teleporter up at the end of the treadmill that gets you ready for work, and you don't have to do anything. Just step out of bed and you're good to go.
Best of both.
Knowing my luck, though, I'd jump on that like treadmill that pulls you out of bed, and I'd like fall over, so I'd like throw my shirt on upside down and rip my underwear off, and I'd hit the teleporter, and I'd just be half naked lying in the fucking snow with my ass out.
Just like your
Hey
nuts out of
guys,
the collar
yeah.
of your shirt.
Yeah, my nuts hanging out of the fucking collar of my shirt. got my hard hat on, my fucking elbows or something, just like, hey, who's
Probably-
ready for work?
Probably lose a lot of pets that way too. They just keep
Oh
running.
god, there's just pet runs into the teleporter. Yeah, you'd have to. Where's Fluffy? There's just a dead cat. Like, oh, wow. So 6,000 cats died at Myers. Yeah, there'd have to be some sort of some fail safe,
Yeah.
like the "Are you sure you want to go here?" button.
Have to push at least 2 buttons.
Are you really sure? Are you sober? Okay,
I-
yeah, they'd have to have like a breathalyzer on there too. Cause can you just imagine that? Like you just fucking wasted one day and you're like, I'm gonna go tell my ex how I really feel, and you just take me to her.
Could
And
just,
it's just like,
But that also wouldn't work if you wanted to get home and you're drunk. Because then now you're sitting on a teleporter like, I want to go home. And it's like, no. So you're
It's
just
just-
on the streets now.
well, then you could like,
call.
man.
That's what
We'll-
Uber,
we'll
Uber
figure
will
something
take.
out.
Then
Uber
a
will
flying
take
car
over that job.
picks you up.
Uber
we
comes and
figure-
presses the buttons for
Yeah.
you.
We could just figure something out with the teleporters. No need for Uber to get involved.
Maybe we could put like a Google image search to identify all the stop signs in this to be able to use your teleporter.
Oh, there you go. Then it becomes Tuber.
Tuber.
Teleporting
Telepoober.
Uber.
All right.
Oh, just take a dump in your teleporter and see where it comes out.
Oh god, just fucking. I remember when I was your age, I actually had to shit on someone's porch. All right. Well then, does that do it for you, buddy?
Does it?
All right, so we're gonna reel this topics in, with someone that everyone can hate, and by someone I mean a very disturbing amount of people. So I want to talk about flat earthers.
So you want to talk about the NBA?
Yes, yes, the NBA. No, seriously, the people that think the Earth is flat.
Wait, the Earth isn't flat?
This is among the dumbest fucking conspiracy theories I've ever heard. Okay? And like, we're talking, you gotta be so just disinterested in
Life.
moderate education to fucking believe that the Earth is flat. I mean, it
Dropped
doesn't.
out of kindergarten and I was like, yep, this is good.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, a
just
kindergartner probably fucking knows it before they actually are in kindergarten.
I just keep waiting for them all to be like, "Ha, I gotcha. We're not that dumb."
Yeah, we just
But
pranked you.
no. Have you guys followed them on Twitter?
The Flat Earth Society.
Yeah.
I've read some of their shit.
They're amazing. My favorite
just-
one was we have flat
We
earthers
have
all around the globe.
there's flat Earth believers around the globe, and someone's just like, read that again. Okay, so I did some research and I found all the evidence I could.
Unlike them.
Well, I found all the evidence I could to prove that the Earth is flat. So starting from the top, there is none. There's no fucking. There is absolutely nothing that can prove the Earth is flat. I watched a video the other day, and this is why I wanted to rant about this.
Pornhub?
This
okay.
this stupid motherfucker should have been smothered in the crib. I swear to God, he has a fucking lemon and a glass of water, and declares that he's gonna prove why Texas flooded.
Okay.
He takes this glass and dumps it on the lemon. He's like, so the world is round like this lemon. When you pour water on it, it just slides off the sides. Now, if it's flat like a plate and you pour water on it, it stays in there.
So he didn't even know lemons
So the
aren't
fa-
round.
Well, he's like,
I was thinking of like the lemons have like weird ass fucking.
it was a lemon too. I'm not shitting you. I'll show you the fucking video. But this dude seriously like says this all with a straight face. And he's like, that's the reason, that's the only way Texas could have flooded, is because the Earth is flat. Otherwise, it would have just rolled off the sides.
Right.
Well, where did it all go? Shouldn't it all still be sitting there then?
I'm like, okay, alright, so here we are on this flat Earth,
Right.
right? Well, he ends it with try me. Like, sup, bro? just proved the Earth's flat.
Hold my beer.
First off, like I watched this video 3 or 4 times. I was just like, I went fucking stupid for watching it. I was like scratching my head and face palming and just like, I was like sweating. I was so mad. I was just like, oh, this is a person probably close to my age, just this fucking stupid. I was like, for God's sake, man. All right. First things first, let's talk about how the water stays on the Earth for all the people who actually have, I don't know, a first grade education. There's this thing called gravity. It kind of holds things to the Earth's surface. Okay. If it wasn't like that, you know what else would slide off with the water? Us.
Everything that's not bolted to the Earth.
Yeah, everything that's not attached, which is everything that isn't land.
Yeah.
So, there's your idea, bro. Tried it.
Just tell them to get in a plane and they can see the Earth curve from
Also,
a plane.
it is just
Fisheye lens, bro. Fisheye lens,
well,
bro.
it's so fun to just hate on these people because they're just so fucking stupid. So, here's a brief list of evidence against a flat Earth. So, for the start, I'd like to say, I don't know, the fucking horizon. If you're looking across the ocean, binoculars, whatever, and a ship starts coming into sight, that's because the Earth's round. Okay?
It's not just ghosting
It doesn't.
straight
Yeah,
ahead.
it doesn't just appear. It doesn't just. Oh, what do you know?
Oh,
a
shit.
cruiser.
Look at that.
No, it's
Jack?
because it's coming up.
Jack?
I will say that their map of the supposed flat Earth is pretty fucking sweet looking. Like, it'd be a cool map in, like, a video game. How it's just like a ice wall surrounding all these islands in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it's so flat Earth, man.
Basically, like a
So
flat
there's
Earth person
just-
is like level 2 of the campaign, and you just haven't found the rest of the map.
Jeez, they haven't unlocked that. Yeah. Okay, another great example is okay. So you know how the sun works?
Not
Time
really.
zones. All right. So you know there's time zones.
Yeah.
So it's nighttime here. It's probably daytime on, I don't know, the other side of the world.
Hawaii.
Australia or something.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's daytime in Hawaii.
Yeah.
What's the time difference there?
It's 1 o'clock now.
1 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
All right. So it's 1 p.m. in Hawaii. Sun's up. This kind of disproves a flat Earth. Otherwise, guess where it would be daytime?
Doesn't
Everywhere.
Doesn't the sun just kind of like, how do they describe it? Like, it just kind of like circles around.
But that would still mean that literally the entire world is dark at the same time. So, great job, flat earthers. You're still retarded. Also, hire a better expert, I guess, because Jesus.
Don't they think the moon and the sun are like the same distance away from us too?
Well, they think I don't
Is
remember.
Tom Cruise their leader?
Oh, Jesus. I seriously, and there's so much more. Okay, shadows. You stick a stick in the ground, it shadows at one spot.
Right.
Time goes by, the shadow moves. You know why? Because the Earth rotates.
Correct.
Because it's a sphere.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not a frisbee.
Also, so the flat Earth. There's one thing I'm not really sure. Like, does it? So where's it end? Like California, the edge of the world. Japan, the edge of the world.
I think it's
And we're in a box.
I think you got like Australia and us on opposite ends, and then the ice wall circles the whole thing.
The ice wall. Okay, so
Game of Thrones, obviously.
all right. So I'm gonna throw out.
I know the North Pole is in the center.
All right, cool. So you get on a plane.
Right.
Let's say you're in California, flying to Tokyo,
Right.
Japan. The literal other side of the flat
yeah,
Earth.
but all the pilots are in on it. They're just circling around the long way.
Right. So that is like a 3-hour flight or something from California to Japan. It's a really short flight.
What? No.
Yeah, because you know why? It's a fucking circle, like Jesus. Like I don't know how much
That's not real.
I don't know how much evidence needs to smack these people in the face. Also,
It's not 3
NBA
hours,
players who fucking fly. What the fuck kind of education did you have in your fucking backwoods, inbred, stupid motherfucking just... How can you believe the Earth is flat if you've been in a plane and see downwards, like, your view perspective changes when you get higher? It's because you can see further. just
The
oh
problem
god.
is that, like, it used to just be a group of people that were lived in the shadows and no one cared about. Now that celebrities are getting in on it, it's just in the public every day. And
Right.
I feel like anyone who thinks for a fact that the Earth is flat, I mean, we need like a GoFundMe to just shoot these people into space, not in an aircraft.
Right.
Just
Shoot 'em.
fucking cannon their ass out into space. That way, the last thing they see as their lungs explode is the circle that we live on. They can be like, "Wow, I was wrong."
Why don't we just send them as our test subjects to Mars that people aren't going to be coming back with the first group?
You think they think everything's flat?
Do they even think Mars
Is the
is
sun
real?
flat?
No. There's no way.
I mean,
I think.
this
I mean,
is
the
something
sun's
I,
gotta be
this is,
flat. Why
this
would
is
that be
something I
flat?
didn't think of until just now. Like, do they think everything's flat? Like all the planets, the sun, the moon, like.
Oh, maybe that's it. The sun is flat in the center, and it has a dark side and a bright side, so that's why it's still dark on one side and bright on the other.
So the sun like flips.
Yeah. It's like a
So
coin.
what if hypothetically I climbed outside of the fucking the wall in the north,
Oh, then you would obviously just fall off.
get killed by wildlings?
You would probably just keep falling to whoever is underneath us. I
Yeah,
guess.
because gravity only exists in space.
Correct.
So,
Not here. But once you get outside the realm.
seriously though, people who think the Earth's flat, fucking stupid. Trademark Jake from Two Dudes One Cast. You guys are idiots. Fuck you.
Yes.
Also, if anyone I ever met was a flat Earth believer, I would slap you right in the fucking face.
Specifically Bob and Kyrie Irving, because they're just like antagonizing.
Dude, if I met
everyone
one of
with
them,
Yeah.
I'd get my ass beat, but God, it would be worth it. I'd be like, you are so fucking stupid, it appalls me that people fucking think you're awesome.
Right.
Like, that just goes to show that athletics are literally just a fucking circus.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like, seriously, just... God. Oh. That just dumbest fucking shit ever.
Idiots.
Can you imagine if a flat earther became president?
Oh, God, I'm waiting for it.
Then we would have nuclear war tomorrow.
I'd
Kyrie
fucking
Irving
press
with
the
Bob
button.
as his running mate.
I'd fucking lead the Civil War. I'd be like, this motherfucker needs to go. Also, how the fuck did you think this guy was educated? Alright, so,
Favorite part of the show.
yes, my rant is over, so we can move on to the would you
Some lighter
rathers.
things, right?
Yeah. The fun, the happiness.
I mean, I was having fun ranting.
It's true.
It was fun. I'm smiling.
It's true.
I'm glad I got that off my chest, guys.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah. You're like, good. Shut the hell up. Alright, so yeah, would you rather's anyone want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
What you got?
All right. So, would you rather be immortal, but you had to live in Lansing forever, or would you only rather have 5 years to live, but unlimited cash and supplies to do whatever the fuck you want?
Okay, real quick question. Immortal as in don't die of old age?
I guess
Because there's a difference between immortal
Well, let's
and
just do like the
invincible.
Highlander thing. Only if you get your head cut off.
Only if you get your head cut off?
Yeah.
Immortal, all the way.
Now, what if like Lansing and just disappears and like Michigan sinks underwater and you're just like stuck floating in the ocean for a long
I
time?
cut my head off. Problem solved. I
Can't
will-
cut your own head off. How about that?
Oh, no, I'm changing the rules now. I find someone to cut my head
I guess you could get like a shark to bite it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... It's with your 5-year cap.
I
That's
mean,
like
you better hope you're keeping a blade on you, otherwise you're gonna have to do a lot of ripping.
Well,
I mean, if
5
he's-
years is a
if
very
he's
short
immortal
time.
though, he probably has enough time to figure out how to talk to sharks.
Oh God, I don't want to be Aquaman. Can I change my answer?
See, I would definitely do the 5 years because I mean, I really don't even want to be alive anymore that long anyway. So
There you go. That's
Oh,
perfect.
geez,
get it all out of the way.
man.
Have
It's a
fun.
win-win.
No, 5 years goes by too fast, man. And with the immortal thing, like I said, yeah, you can't die of old age, but you can still kind of determine when you die.
Now, if you couldn't die at all, would that sway your opinion?
I'd pick the immortal too, just to kind of see all the different things I can do.
I mean, if I got someone in it with me, then definitely not changing my opinion.
I think it'd be cool. Like there's so many. I
The
feel like
biggest
there's so much stuff I
problem, the
wanna do
biggest
now.
problem with immortality would obviously be the loneliness,
Yeah.
and probably the immense depression to see how fast we fall.
Yeah.
But yet, 5 years, man, like that's not enough time for me. There's so much I want to do.
But you can do a lot in 5 years with unlimited cash and supplies.
I
and
don't
whatever.
care. What if I find someone that I'm happy with and want to have a family?
Well, then you made the wrong choice.
At least as an immortal, I could.
Well, at least you could like save a lot of money up for them and know that they're gonna live a long, rich life.
Not good enough. If I have a kid, I want to raise them. 5 years ain't time to raise a kid.
See, I don't plan on ever having kids, so.
You'd be like Superman's dad. You'd just be that hologram. He gets to walk in and be
I
like,
just
"Hello, father."
no. Yeah, immortality. At least I'd get to see my bloodline. Oh yeah, I would do all of the drugs. Could you OD as an immortal?
No, you
I
said
guess
the
not,
only way
yeah.
you died.
Well, man.
That would be interesting. Just
Oh,
see
yeah.
how much like heroin you could take in one sitting.
Yeah. I'd be like, check this guy. Check this out, guys. I already did it.
It's like, oh, Lansing has eradicated all drugs. Sorry.
I'd be like,
None left.
I'd be in Guinness. It's just man sets record for longest line of cocaine ever done. It was approximately one city block.
It's just you hooked up to like a blower, just
Yeah, just got a vacuum and just up into my nostrils.
I guess I would probably just like start breaking laws too, and because I mean, a life sentence is still usually only like 50, 60 years or something, isn't it? So you'll get out eventually.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, honestly, I don't really have any, like, grudges or anything that I'm, like, I'd definitely fucking kill someone or, you know, bludgeon a person to death or run over a mall Santa or whatever, you know?
Squeak, squeak. Santa.
Yeah. Actually, if I met a flat earther, that if I was immortal, I'd kill all the flat earthers.
But they'd have to come to Lansing.
He'd make that the capital. He would get enough people to believe in that Lansing was the
The center
capital.
of
I'd be like, I am your creator. I'd just tell them all to show up, and then I'd just burn down the building.
Because if you were immortal, after like 1,000 years, you could get enough people to believe that you were like the god of immortal.
I
like,
would
a flat
convince
earth.
people that I'm something just absolutely off the wall ridiculous. Like I'd have like this
Like a
special diet plan. Like I'd be like, all right, guys, if you want to live like I do, live forever. I'm 180,000 years old, you know, like whatever. I'd be like, if you want to look this good,
Right.
you have to inject your eyes with salt. Like just something. Just,
Create as many
totally-
crazy
I'd
cults
just-
as you can
I'd
throughout your life.
I'd troll the world. I'd be like, you know why? It's because I worship the great pasta monster or whatever. You guys heard about that religion?
Oh yeah,
The
spaghetti
the
monster.
Pastafarians. Isn't that what they are? I'd be like, it's because I believed in one true savior. Hail Satan. Just, you know, just like totally
That's
throw
awesome.
everyone off. Just troll the world.
That's awesome.
I'd definitely get killed pretty quick, though.
I replaced all ranch with my semen.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I smear dog shit behind my ears every morning. Like, nothing helps you live longer than driving down the street and calling homeless people bad names.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would just do party tricks and have my friends like shoot me with guns in the heart and stuff.
That would be
Until someone decides to cut your head off. They're like, check it out, we haven't seen anyone do this yet. Whoa, party is over.
Oh, man. He's dead.
Or can you imagine that? Like, someone, like, so there's no determining how fast you'd, like, reanimate or whatever.
Right.
So you get shot in the heart and they, like, have a funeral, bury you. Now you're just trapped underground for eternity. Just stuck
like
in the grave,
slowly digging your way out.
just suffocating over and over, like coming back, suffocating, shit yourself, suffocate. Damn it!
Come
This was the worst ever.
Man, this actually sounds like a terrifying horror movie idea.
Alright, so, next up. Would you like to go, Mr. Paul?
I like it. So my would you rather, it would be like an option of like 2 pieces of gear.
Okay.
So in the first piece of gear, you have a wand from like the realm of Harry Potter. So like you grab a wand, you don't know how to use it, but you could figure it out. Like you could learn spells. So basically like you understanding like how to actually use it and figure it out.
Okay.
And then on the second end of that would be your body has like a force field shield. So you can only be physically hurt when the shield is down. But when the shield is down, you're like hypersensitive to attack.
When is the shield down?
I would say that it is 5 times the strength of like an intensely strong human. So like the strongest person that you know, like whatever their body type is, it's 5 times stronger than that would be the shield.
So, not bulletproof. Very likely not bulletproof.
I'd say it's close.
5 times stronger than the strongest person.
Yeah. So like
5
5
times stronger than the Rock.
5 times denser than human skin would probably be pretty close to bulletproof.
I don't think so.
Probably pretty close.
I mean, we're like this is like some Mythbusters shit
Right.
they'd have to try. But dude, like we're talking something moving the speed of sound.
Right.
Just fucking.
We stopped talking about the Rock?
So you could either have a wand or the shield?
Yes, a wand or the shield.
I mean...
I go wand.
A wand for sure.
Yeah, I'd figure that shit out, and then guess what?
I
I
make
make
my own
my
shield.
own motherfucking force field, yeah. Yeah, like fuck your recharge period.
I'd make more wands for my
bam.
friends.
That's awesome.
I'd be like, and fucking skadoosh.
And then I'd
You
find
know?
whoever has one of those shields and take their shield down with my wand.
I'd be like 5 times stronger. How about 5 times weaker, motherfucker? Also, you now have a penis on your forehead.
I'd definitely take the shield.
I would troll people with this wand. I'd be like, I have some of the most awesome power known to mankind, barely understood by mankind though, and now you have assholes for eyes.
How long does it take you to learn how to use the wand?
Yeah. Details. I got my immortality. I'll figure it out.
It's just him and the sharks.
Sharks in my wand. That's
Maybe-
how you learn how to talk to the sharks in
Yeah.
the wand.
It's like, how the fuck do I build a raft? It's been 6 years.
Figured out all the magic words for a wand. Live forever. Still can't cook a fucking steak.
You keep saying all this gibberish and really it's just plain English. You just got to speak to it.
The wand only understands pig Latin.
It'd be super shitty if the wand's like Alexa and it just doesn't understand simple commands. You're like, what the fuck?
Create a rap. Do you want me to play the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
It's the wand. The wand is like Alexa, but the language has been changed. You have to figure out which one.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, alcohol, sports.
All right, guys. Would you rather suffer from thunderclap headaches every time you climax? Do you know what a thunderclap headache is?
Don't.
It's basically an instant, intense migraine that lasts for an undesignated amount of time.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get those at work every day.
Every time you come.
Okay.
Or walk like a baby horse when you work.
How long does the headache last?
It said undisclosed, right?
It's random. It varies. And when I say walk like a baby horse, I mean, have you ever seen like a baby horse? Just, they're fucking drunk.
I'd have to go the horse.
Stumbling, bumbling all the time.
Yeah, I'd have to go the horse.
And you're like knocking at the knees, falling all over
See,
the place.
I
Can't
feel-
really figure it out.
I mean, at least people would feel sorry for you. They'd probably think you just have some weird condition.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's Down's fall.
You'd get like Jimmy from South Park, get the arm crutches, and
But I
just
mean,
drag your legs
can
around.
you imagine every time you meet a new girl and you have sex with her and then you start crying from your headache afterwards? Like,
If there's a will, there's a way.
Wait, you don't cry after you have sex?
no, I usually start dancing like a baby horse.
I cried before. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
No, it's not like that for me. I'm just like, I can't keep up with money. I just. If I had to pick one, honestly, I'd go with the headaches for sure. Because if there's a will, there's a way. I'll get through it.
I think I'd do the horse just because, I mean, people would think it's hilarious and I'd be bringing joy to all of my friends at work.
I mean, I can't. Like, I walk so much at work. If I fucking had like them little arm crutches or whatever, I wouldn't be able to do my job. You know,
I did already break my foot once. I'd probably break it again walking like a baby horse.
But yeah, I mean,
So-
dude, you could fucking stab me in the chest mid-coitus and I'd find a way to power through. Like, I mean, so help me God. I will make it work. Punch me in the face. I don't care. I will get this done.
That's the only way I can get it done.
If you get stabbed in the chest.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, man, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thanks for being on the show, man.
Yeah.
So, that will kind of do it for this episode 11, as we said earlier. So, shout out to Jeff for coming on with
Thank
everybody here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And as always, thanks so much for listening, guys. My name's Jake,
And I'm Paul.
and we'll see you next episode.